Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to whenever you're watching this. Dad and Lad Classics back again with another video. We give you the classics. Today we are going to be actually working on the car and showing what we've been doing behind the scenes. We have 4 days until MOT, so yeah, and yeah.
Hello, good morning. I've got my microphone on, haven't I?
Oh yeah.
Hey, fussy little son.
I just like doing this. It feels like.
Oh, hello. Yeah, so it was looked like Godzilla, and it was stomping around, and it was, cutting down the trees and things. But I managed to shoo it away with a yard brush, so that was good news. And he's gone now, so we're okay. All right.
Fantastic.
All right. Hello. So yeah, it's welcome back to Dad and Lad Classics. I've got the week off. I'm sneaking a little bit because today is actually Thursday, about 10 o'clock, Thursday morning, I think. So I've done 2 days work already. I'm going to bring you up to speed very quickly with those, but we're going to do quite a bit of filming today and maybe tomorrow as well, tomorrow morning. Now the aim is, and I'm really pushing myself here, is I want to try and get it MOT'd tomorrow, but I haven't actually booked the MOT, so the chances of me getting an MOT are slim anyway. The reason I haven't booked it is because the alternator was, I broke it when I was trying to fix it. I mashed all the threads up on it trying to fix it. So I've got a new one, I will show you, which is over here. I say new one, second-hand one, which has just arrived literally about 10 minutes ago. So I'm just going to try and apparently you can knock these down a little bit, so I'm going to give that a go, and I'm just going to hand you back to Nathan, and then we're going to quickly go through what I've done and what I've got left to do. Right, so what have I done the last 2 days? Well, quite a bit. Shall we start with the brakes? Now then, so new brake hoses are fitted, new brake calipers are fitted. I've got this thing here which I bought ages ago. I don't know if you can see the screen on that there. Well, I say ages ago, about 6 months ago, I bought it for the Audi TT, and it's one of those tools that the first time you use it, it pays for itself because it's utterly brilliant. So it's an endoscope camera. It was only about 20 quid off Amazon, and it is about to pay for itself again because fitting the shoes back on yesterday, my dad came round, was an absolute nightmare. If you're planning on getting it done, if you're planning on doing it, unless you've got some kind of remarkable tool that I don't know exists, maybe you have, I would give it to a garage and let them do it. Getting the bottom spring across and hooked in was almost impossible. It was so tight, so awkward, and every time you pull it across something would move, and it was horrendous. So, but they're on, both sides are on. I'm going to show you now why I've got this out, and I've had a little play and you'll see in a minute. So I don't know if you can see that screen there, Nate. If I put that in there, it just means I can see that wheel that I need to turn to adjust the handbrake. I was having a play with, I forgot I had this, and I was having a play with it, play with the brakes yesterday, and I just couldn't feel if I was on that wheel, and I wasn't sure where it was. So what I did is, or what I've just done this morning, got this out, got it in, and I've put 2 little markers on there. Now that one's the wrong one, so I put a little mark on there and I put a little mark on here, so I know roughly that the position of that, but I can keep popping that in to adjust that wheel for the handbrake. I need to look at how you adjust the handbrake, because what I haven't done is taken the handbrake lever out and back the cables off, so I'm going to look at that procedure. But godsend, definitely worth having one of those in your toolbox if you haven't got one already. If I come round here, this was yesterday, so this was day 2's work. You will see this nice copper bit here?
Yeah.
So new brake pipe, so that goes off and it just goes up under there somewhere. New flexi, new, not new caliper, this was an original caliper, that side's a new one. Come around the front, original brake caliper, not original, fairly new brake caliper, not one I've replaced, but new brake hose. And the brake pipe here you can't really see, but that's been done already. And then we come round here, in fact I'll open the bonnet, just one sec. So, new brake pipe straight onto the ABS pump, through, comes around, clipped in, hooked round and in, and a new brake hose, and that's the new caliper. So, didn't want to do that. Never mind. So I've got the back brakes to adjust. Well, sorry, and also yesterday I cleaned up the fuel pipes. So I've done so far down. I've cleaned the rest of them up. I have. This is our little workstation, and I'm going to show you. I'll come back and do a bit more filming in a little while. New discs and pads for the front. New fuel filter. I've charged up the battery overnight, so that's fully charged now. And there's the alternator fit. So much to do that I can't think straight, and I'm probably, let's see if that's worked. If that's worked, I'll be well chuffed. Oh, it's only worked. Right. So, bearing in mind we're going for MOT tomorrow, we have got a lot of things to get in here. Alternator needs to go on, belts, fan cowling and all that kind of thing. Power steering, I've drained the power steering. If you look here, I've given this a little lick of paint. It's cool. It actually wasn't that bad again underneath, although I've managed to smudge it a little bit, but I'll do for now. Need to reconnect that, fill up the power steering, need to put oil in it, need to put coolant in it, need to fill up the gearbox. Oh my god, the list is endless. Going back to day one, sorry I'm skipping around all over, because my head's in my bum at the moment. What did I do on day one? Well, fit the cam cover, new gasket, fitted new spark plugs. Fitting this was really just chewy. It took about 5 attempts. The gasket sits inside this bit. It's got a recess, and it's fine. Tip it over, put it on my little sort of workbench little shed roof there. Fit the gasket, come over here, go to fit it, gasket falls out, and it was like a comedy show for about an hour of trying to get this in, but eventually got it in. Yeah, new gasket, new spark plugs. I've tidied all this up, put all this back together, some new cable ties, reconnected things, put some new hoses on, got a new hose. I'm not very keen on this hose. It's supposed to be blue silicone, it's just, I swore then, effing blue garden hose, but I've got it. It's not the best sort of thing down there. I'm tempted to maybe have a look and see if I can get a proper one, but for now it'll do. So yeah, we need to top it up with oil, fill it up completely with coolant. The gearbox is empty, need to fill that up. Fill up the power steering, I need to reconnect. See the 2 power steering pumps, they need reconnecting. All the hoses need putting on. Fan belt needs putting on. Coolant bottle needs coming on. I need to have a wipe around in here. The last thing I did on Tuesday, which was day 1 night, was give these headlights a little clean up, and I didn't go mad. I don't know if they're better or worse, to be honest. I'll probably want a good wash. What else was the Nate? I think that was it. Yeah, I think that's it. So what I also did yesterday, and my dad's coming around later on, hopefully, if he's feeling well enough, to help me bleed the brakes and also have a look at this exhaust. I've disconnected, well, I've taken the bolts out and sort of separated the quite long bolts. So I've taken all the washers and springs out. I'll show you here actually, you know what I mean. These bits out, so there's quite a lot of play, and put the bolt and nut back on, so there's quite a lot of play there, and I've took it off these hangers, so we're going to have another go and see if we can get it to line up a little bit better. You can see it doesn't bang, but it just doesn't sit properly, so we might maybe bend the hangers a little bit or something, I don't know. Well, I'm sure Grandad, I should say not Dad, Grandad, my dad, he's just one of those people who comes round and you turn your back for 2 minutes and he goes, there you go, and then doesn't tell you what he's done, and he's very quiet, isn't he? So yeah, so absolutely loads and loads to do. I'm going to start, I think, fitting this alternator, which I say turned up half an hour ago. I didn't realise that you can knock these through a little bit. That was part of the problem with the first one. I think these had pulled through and I was having to braid the hell out of it to try and get it to go on. And then I've looked, if I've spent 2 minutes looking, you can actually apparently knock these through a little bit, so I'm going to have a go at that. We've got all the wheel arch liners to fit as well, so Nathan in a minute, I'm going to get him set up. This is going to be dangerous. I'm going to set him up with a bucket of soapy water and the hose pipe, and he's going to start scrubbing those. And we're also 2 more jobs, and I want to clean all this out, and I want to get the seats out, because they have that, can't see it now, actually this one's not too bad, but they rock back and forward, both of them. So I'm going to reconnect the battery, move the seats so I can get the bolts out, disconnect the battery, lift the seats out, put them on the drive over there. I've got some biggish sheets of cardboard to lay them on, and I'll do one and Nathan will do the other. We might film that, mightn't we? Yeah, and we've got some things, some repair kit, some little square bushing things,
Yeah.
which we'll show you. And then give the interior a little hoover out as well. I've got some stuff that I'm going to put on the door seals, just to like a refresh stuff, I'm not really sure, give them a clean. And I've got one more job, I think. In fact, I might be able to show you. Now I thought it was just something, it was just me, but it turns out this seems to be quite a common problem. I put the key in, I can spin this. Apparently it does click, mind, but it's not brilliant, so I might have a look at that. Now apparently you can pull this off. I don't know if you can see, there's like a tiny little hole there. Can you see that there where my finger is? You'll have to come, can you see it? The little hole there where the key is. So you can put something in there like a hair clip, put the key in, pull the barrel out. I need to take this shroud off, and then I believe drill a hole in the housing and kind of lock the barrel a little, and put a countersunk self-tapping screw in, and it'll hold the barrel in place and stop that happening. So I see, I'm probably pushing my luck, mate. If I get everything else done today, might have a look at that in the morning. I want to get the car up and running fairly sharpish, so I can ring around and see if I can, and make sure it's alright, make sure there's no leaks and it runs okay, so that I can see if I can get it booked in for an MOT, providing everything's alright. I think that's it. I've got a few, I've said that already, a few brakes to do. It obviously needs a real good wash and polish. I mean, things like the wipers and the lights I haven't checked really, so I need to make sure they're all alright, but I can nip out and get wipers if I need to, and bulbs, so hopefully. Oh, bits of trim to go on. It just never ends. It never ends.
It's a lot.
So it's going to be a busy day. So Nathan said to me, how many hours I'm going to be out here? I said probably till about 7 o'clock tonight. Now what is it, about 10:15, something like that?
Yeah.
So long day, poor lad. What I do need is help. Alright, right. We'll pause for now and we'll pick up shortly.
Do I just end recording?
For now, yeah, but we'll pick up again, continue that same video. Alright. It's going to be it's going to be probably an hour long, this one.
Yeah. So should I just end recording?
Yeah.
Hello, back with another. We're back.
Look at chest freeze. Right. I'll come over here. So it's about 4 o'clock, I think, something like that. It has been a nightmare. Gearbox is filled up. Got it everywhere. Right, gearbox is filled up, and engine oil's in, coolant's in. So I haven't tried it. Genuinely, this is it. Let's see what happens. Oh. Keys in. We have power. Here. That's one actually.
smoke coming out and stuff.
That might be the soles here that I'm connected up. Well done, Peter. Imagine it was just this. It'd be amazing. Right. Oh.
My senses have tingled.
Right. We'll try again.
Yeah.
Take two. Put me off the foot actual cap. On properly. Try it now. Take
3.
Running.
Uh-oh.
Grab your torch and just give it a side. I think it might just be a bit of oil on the side. Right, take.
4.
Is it 4?
Yeah.
Camera scoop there.
Need to get every single detail.
I knew it. We are leaking coolant.
Uh-oh.
So, to show you.
Yeah.
Not good news. Not good news at all. If you look down, oh, take my torch off disco mode. If you look down there, I don't know. There we go. Just might be able to see there. This pipe's leaking. Oh, what a pain! What a pain! Probably see it. Can you see it better there? I don't know. I knew it. That's so annoying, so disappointing. Right, I'm going to play around, see what we can do with that. I mean, that was like most of the... Oh, that's really disheartening. Right, okay, I'm going to have a look at it, see what we can do. I don't think so. I think it's probably inlet manifold off all over again. The good news is, it's not good news at all, but I probably won't have to strip everything off, probably just this bit. I'm hoping I won't need to get all this off, but I had a feeling that was going to leak. It just didn't feel right, quite right when I did it. Just hold that, mate, let me check the one at the back. Be able to see this. Where is this? I can't even get my hand on it. This one seems to be okay. Oh. Right, that one seems alright, the one at the back, but yeah. This one definitely not. Okay. Right. We'll have a look and catch up shortly. Yeah, sorry guys. Right, okie dokie. Knock it off, mate, while I go and just smash something.
Well, goodbye. Boys and girls, it's day 5 of the project, and so far, we haven't done the MOT.
I'm not supposed to say that. Right. Hello everyone, welcome back to Admiral Classics. So yes, we had a plan 4 days to try and get this car done. So started on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And obviously we missed, actually 3 days I suppose, we missed the MOT, the leak, which I'll show you again in a minute. Cocked us up, but in reality just didn't have enough time. I'm absolutely shattered, so it's been non-stop for now 4 and a bit days. Today's Saturday, so we're actually on day 5 now. So yeah, let's have a look. So the leak is quite bad actually. At first I thought it was just a drip. Let's have a look. See that? So I'm not sure how well yeah, you can see that pinky stuff down there is coolant, and it's coming out of that pipe there, that flange. And now I'm looking at it. I did wonder whether I could get something on it from here, and I might try, but I can actually see that it's not, probably just not quite seated properly. When I sort of started to put the car back together and getting close to sort of getting it running, that was the pipe that I was most worried about, partly because it's a pain to get to, and it was I just didn't feel quite right when I was doing it for whatever reason. I just wasn't 100% on it, but I thought it was going to be alright. Everything else seems to be okay. We had a little leak on the power steering, but it was just, I just nipped up the cable ties, the Jubilee clips on those, so put new Jubilee clips on, and that seems fine. They just weren't quite maybe as tight as it could have been. I also had a leak on the screen wash, but we also had a leak on the screen wash, but that seems to have cleared up. It was the pump, it was just pouring out, but it seems to have gone in now okay. Car runs, it runs really actually quite well, fine apart from that leak, so I need to have a look at that. So I was in two minds. I was thinking about just getting a bottle of K-Seal or something like that, and I've got one, and chucking that in and see if that's sorted out. But then my dad came around yesterday to give me a hand with something, and he said, you know, you've done all this work. And hello everyone. Apologies, yesterday we started to film a kind of an update vid last night, yesterday evening, so Saturday night. We had some visitors, my auntie and uncle came around, which was really nice to see them, so we stopped filming. So apologies for that, but we'll pick up where we are. Can't remember what I said last night, so I might repeat myself, so apologies. So we had a plan. I was off all last week. Monday we had a storm, quite really bad winds and weather, rain. So we had Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday to try and get the car as far on as we could. And the aim really was to get the car MOT'd on Friday, but we failed miserably. Now I mentioned, I think in one of the earlier videos, that we had an opportunity to get an MOT on the Friday morning, and we just didn't hit it. Thursday night you'll see the coolant leak, so I'm going to have to strip the inlet manifold off again, which is I've had a little play with it this morning actually, the pipe. I put a pry bar on to see if I could squeeze it in any further, and I can't. So I've done so much work on the car, just as much as it's annoying and disappointing, and I was really disappointed. It just makes sense to spend a day and get it done. But apart from that, we have made some real good progress. So we've got the coolant leak, actually the little power steering leak as well. It's just a double E-clips, tighten those up. Everything else seems to be okay. The engine runs quite well. Sorry, very well, I should say. I'll need to check the levels on the oil and the power steering, but I'll do that when I get it kind of down on the floor. It's Sunday afternoon, it's probably what, 4 or 5 o'clock, something like that. Sunday, I'm about to go in, so I've had enough. But today has actually been a really nice day. Didn't set myself any targets, just potted about, and I really enjoyed myself and got some good things done. So the first one, we come over here, and I've just done it now. I just had a quick Google about this, and I checked on it before. Now I noticed that the lock, it's not doing it now, but the lock was spinning. So I put the key in, and sometimes it would just turn, or if you put it halfway in, you could turn it all around. And apparently it's the barrel, there's some sort of plastic clip on the barrel, and it wears out over time inside the housing for the barrel, and the key just starts to spin. So I had a quick Google, and I've seen some people take them out. So there's like a little hole here, you take it out, you withdraw the actual barrel, and then you drill a hole through the housing, and you're able to put that back where it was. You're then able to tap a screw in, and it stops that spinning. So I was going to have a look at that, but then when I googled it just now, just to check what the procedure was, the guy just went for it. He just drilled a hole straight, and he said you can feel it when it goes through the aluminium housing and it hits the kind of harder barrel, and you can. Now don't quote me on it, I've done it, it seems to have worked successfully. In fact, so I've put my key in kind of halfway now, I can't turn the barrel. Put it all the way in, I get nice clicks as well, which I didn't have before. It was all a little bit sort of not that clever. Just want to make sure. No problem. And it turns off okay. I'll show you very quickly. Sorry, covering the camera with my hand. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see that if I put my torch on. So what I did is, you can see that screw there. So it's about 12mm long, that screw. So I drilled I think a 2.5mm and up to a 3.5mm, and that's I think it's a 4mm by 12mm screw, and it just sits there nicely, so that hopefully I can get the housing, the cover back on. That's the last job I'm going to do today. Right, so after the coolant leak on Thursday night, I thought it's probably about 6 o'clock, and I thought I'd do a nice little job just to calm me down. So what I decided to do was take the seats out. Come over, Nate. So on Thursday night, Nathan gave me a hand and we took both seats out. 2 reasons. One, the bushings had gone, so they were rocking back and forward quite badly. Now, nice and solid, both sides. And 2, I want to give them a good clean and kind of polish up and stuff like that. So Thursday night, took them out, put them in the kitchen, took them upside down. I did the first bushing, I can't remember that side or that side, on the driver's side, and I spent about 2.5 hours. I got the bushings in okay, into the housing, but then couldn't get the long threaded bar to sit back in properly. It just wouldn't go in at all. What I think, there's like a little ring somewhere about here that it goes into. I think that had been, I don't know if somebody had done this before and it's been bent, the ring, so it just would not go in. And I was getting more and more annoyed, especially with the coolant leak hanging over me. So I knocked it on head, got up Friday morning, fresh and ish, and had another go and managed to kind of bend it around, play about with it a bit and get it in. So the one bar took me about 3 hours. The other three, so the other one on the driver's seat and the two on the passenger seat, took about 15 minutes each. Unbelievable. And then give them a good clean, and then I came out and I've given the interior, you probably can't tell very well, but I cleaned all the crap out of it, or most of it, and I've just given it a quick clean out, quick hoover. I need to hoover again, I've made a mess, but and it's come really nice. It looks okay, good enough for me, nice and clean. Got rid of the cobwebs, give the windows a wash. There we go. On, I can't remember if it was Thursday, we did the rear brakes, and then on Friday my dad offered to come round, very kind of him, and help me bleed the brakes. Was it Friday? Yeah, it was Friday. So I fitted now on both sides. We've got new discs and pads, everything's in order, hooked up the pressure bleeder, and we bled all the brakes, so they seem to be okay. What else did we do on Friday? I think that's about it. I might get my days muddled up here a little bit. I have adjusted the handbrake, so it now works, 6 clicks, it's nice and tight, and fitted. So now all the handbrake's on. See. So there we go. This, I think that's the, I'm hoping that's just the brake disc and not the shoes inside, but seem to be okay. And yeah, locked on, can't move that. So yeah, good little job. What else did we do? Thank you to Nathaniel here, who very kindly cleaned the wheels, and he also cleaned the wheel arch liners for me, and a few other little jobs, and he's given me a hand. He's been a real good lad, not good boy, he's too old to be a boy. He's been a good lad the last few days, really helped me out. And he's also, it's Nathan who does all the editing and puts all the music, does all of the video stuff. I wouldn't have a clue, so he's a clever lad. I also, as well actually, just while we're here, wanted to say well done to Nathan, because his end of school report came through. I mean, this was about 2 weeks ago, but we haven't done a video, and when we did I forgot. So, and he got an excellent report, so really proud of him. He's such a good lad. So well done, Nathaniel.
Shout out to me.
Yay!
Subscribe. Yeah,
subscribe to Nathaniel's good results.
Yeah.
Right, what else have we done? Right, so yesterday, Saturday morning, took the exhaust off and tidied it up. It is a little bit better. It's still a bit off, so that you can see it still probably wants to come over about a centimetre, maybe 2. But it's not catching, it's not rattling, it's not banging. Much better than it was. That's it, I'm not doing any more of that. I've also fitted the spare wheel, which is here, and a few other little bits and pieces. Basically trying to get all the jobs done underneath the car. So today, come down here, I've fitted, quite hard to see, these things here. I don't know if you can see them there. So new track rod ends, inner and outer, they're on, and I fitted the wheel arch liner. And while I was on this side, I've also done the fuel filter. All these jobs went really well actually, really well. They were a bit tight, but everything went fine, no problem at all, hopefully, fingers crossed. I've noticed, definitely want the wheel alignment doing, so I'm glad I've got the track rod ends done before I get the wheel alignment done, if that makes sense. I wouldn't want to do all this work, get the wheel alignment done, because it definitely needs doing. I can see the wheels are all over. And then fit the track rod ends and have to get it done again. So, and the same on this side, we've got the track rod end and the wheel arch liner in, all nice and snug. So what's left to do? Well, it's not actually, I've obviously got the coolant leak to fix. We'll come to that in a minute. But there's not actually a lot. I've got the under trays in the middle to fit, which I was going to do today, but I've had enough now. I've spilled petrol all over, it stinks under there, so hopefully it'll rain and it'll wash it out a little bit. If not, I'll run the hose pipe. And I need to fit the front wheels as well, but I'll do that after I've fitted the under trays. So left to do. So my plan this week is, over the course of the sort of 5 evenings, Monday to Friday, this is start stripping that inlet manifold up. I'm going to order another coolant pipe. They're only about a tenner, I'm going to order one. Hopefully that'll be here by kind of Friday, and then by Friday or Saturday I'll have it all stripped and kind of the coolant pipe will be ready to go in, and try and do a better job of it this time, and then hopefully all day Saturday put it back together. And then I think everything else is okay. Obviously, like I say, under trays to fit and bleed the coolant, check the levels, and we're about good to go. And then I've got one kind of last job to do before it goes through its MOT. I just want to give it a good wash, real good clean. I want to rub this wing down, flatten this wing down a little bit. It's not going to be brilliant because there's actually marks in it and all sorts. Really, I've just noticed like a ripple here. Don't know how that's happened. There's another scratch in it here. But I don't know how well it'll show in here. There's loads and loads of little scratches in it, loads and loads. And the paint, when I was using a rattle can, when I was spraying it was kind of spitting. So but I'm just gonna live with it for now. Eventually get the car on the road if it runs really well, and I'm quite happy with it. And I do intend this car actually to be potentially my daily driver. We might get rid of the Volvo over there if this goes well, and then my wife can use the little BMW, and I'll just use this. I work from home, so I don't really need anything to go far, and if we go out as a family we'll use the BMW, and then we save the cost of running that Volvo and the space. And that space over there where that Volvo is could be the next project, potentially space, couldn't it? Could be next project space. Yeah.
Oh my god.
So yeah, so if it does run well, then I'm going to look at I'm going to get some steel. Come down here. I'm going to get some steel. My dad's really good at actually serve my time. I served my time as a pipe fitter, fabricator, welder. Got me some much heavier stuff than this, and it was a long time ago. But my dad's also really good at that kind of shaping metal and things like that, so we might cut this out. Now I've got the kind of datum edge on the sill and the same on the other side, and make up a panel and get the joggler on it and recess it and weld it in and do it properly. Either that, or see if we can get 2 better wings, and maybe, if they're really good, maybe get them properly resprayed, send them off to a paint shop. Hopefully it won't be a fortune. So yeah, I've lost my train of thought now. What was I saying? Yeah, so that's my plan this week. Get that inlet manifold sorted out by Saturday. I'm not going to have time to do anything next week. I'm busy. So and the weekend after I'm busy. So it's going to be I'm going to come back I'm going to be busy until like the bank holiday Monday. That's going to be the next day, so I'm hoping that bank holiday Monday week, or at the end of August is a bank holiday Monday. Yeah, it's your last week, I think, before you go back to school. So, but I'm hoping that week, maybe early on that week, if not before, I can get this in for its MOT. Everything's all right, and me and Nathan can maybe have a day out in it somewhere, a couple of little runs out in it, go and get some ice cream before he goes back to school. And just have a little bit of fun with it. So yeah, get that inlet manifold out and just give it a good polish. I'm going to clear by it, rub this wing down, roll a few other bits down, might do a few little touch-ups here and there, but yeah, just give it a real deep, as good a deep polish as I can do. I'm also going to, and I was going to do this if you watched the first video, I think I said it was going to be the first thing I was going to do. It's probably going to end up being the last thing I'm going to do. I'm going to give this roof a real deep clean. Put some, I've got some of that Renovo, I think it's called Renovo paint, black paint, roof paint, and I've got some Fabsil, so we'll seal the roof and get it ready for winter. It's a couple of coats of each, and then hopefully, I think that's it. There's a couple of little jobs I can do after the MOT, all being well. I've got a cheap China stereo, it's got like CarPlay, Bluetooth. The original stereo's not in here anyway, so I might maybe put that in if I can see if I get that working. And just some mild upgrades. I want to keep it fairly stock. Not not into coilovers or tuning it or all like that. Just enjoy it. Couple of other little things. What was it? Oh, I have got some other bits and pieces. So again, car goes well. I need to adjust that. It's a bit down there. If the car does go well, I'm going to next year drop the rear subframe off as well and refurbish the rear and maybe the front as well, and do the sump and things like that if the car's going well. Now, saying all of that, the other side of it is if this car, and it's cost me a lot of money, I've spent a lot of money on this, if this car goes really, really well, I might sell it. If something else comes up, I might sell it. And there's a couple of cars that I've been looking at. One is another one of these, but I'd like a slightly later automatic, because my wife can only drive automatic, so she could get out and enjoy it as well. But I want one of the later ones ideally. I think the automatic gearboxes in the later ones are better. And that sort of cherry red metallic, if we can get it with sort of like beige or tan interior. So I might consider selling this, and if I can find one of those that needs tidying up. And the other option, but I don't think I've got the budget for it, is an MR2. So I'd love to get an MR2 automatic. I've seen a couple come up, but they've just been so rotten that I haven't bothered. But I really like this car, so we'll see how it goes. I might enjoy it, I'm sure I will. But if the right offer comes along, you'll get an idea. I mean, you've seen the videos, so you get an idea of how much money I've spent on this. It's a lot, well over. We're probably getting close to £2,000 with the cost of the car. So probably about 1,500 quid's worth of spare parts have gone into this now, with the paint and things like that. So I'd want more than that for it. But we'll see. Right, we'll probably catch up again maybe next Saturday. We'll do a short video, see how the lint manifold goes. Hopefully we'll get it running Saturday night and we'll have a success story, and then we're pretty much ready. Wheels on, under trays on, we're pretty much ready for MOT. Thank you so much for bearing with us. I'm sorry the videos have been scattered around this week. I think when Nathan edits this, it's going to be quite a long video. Yeah. Oh, he's pulling his face. Poor lad. So yeah, if you're working on a project, good luck with it. And two more things, sorry Nathan. One is watching, there's a guy, I think it's called Junken Driven, I think he might be up sort of Sunderland, Newcastle way, and I watched a video of him and an exhaust. He's just, I think he put it on a few days ago. He bought a BMW Z3 maybe a year or so ago, and going through the sort of same process as me. So thanks for your video, because that was really helpful for me sorting my exhaust out and give me a bit of thought about what to do with exhaust going forward as well. And there was something else I was going to shout out to. I can't remember.
Me?
Nathaniel again, yeah. Good lad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and I'll give a shout out to my wife, who's been eternally painful. Patient, not painful. Sorry. Who's been very patient with me, and I need to clean the carpets in the house because I keep walking in for a cup of tea, and we've got pale grey carpets and they're not looking good. So I'm getting in trouble. Right, we'll speak soon. Thank you very much. Enjoy the weather this week. We'll speak later on.
Bye.
Right.